Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carmen. Welcome. Hey guys, in this video today, we're going to talk about the future of Donald Trump and his second presidency and what's to come for the United States, right? Because as you know, Donald Trump won the 2024 presidential election. And I've received a lot of messages from you guys that are very excited about this and you want to see what's to come. And I've received a few messages from people who are concerned about Trump's re-election and also want to know what's to come for the country. So we're going to take a look at this today by looking at the numerology birth charts of both Donald Trump and the United States. And everything I tell you is just going to be based on the numbers. Okay, guys, I am a neutral person. I don't take sides when it comes to politics. I try to see it from a higher perspective. And I know there's a lot of you watching that are very excited and happy about Trump being elected. And I know that there's others that are worried and concerned about his re-election. So we're going to take an honest, unbiased look at what the numbers have to say. And what happens to the United States is important for the entire world because the United States sets the tone for the rest of the world. So when somebody is elected here, it has an impact on everyone else, right? So Trump won in a landslide. Why did he win? Everyone was saying that he wasn't going to win, right? All of the polls were saying that he wasn't going to win. The pundits on television, all of the astrologers and the psychics were saying that Trump wasn't going to win, that Harris was going to win. So how did it happen? I'm not going to talk too much about that here, okay? Because we're talking about the future and what's to come. If you want specific details about how it happened based on the numbers, check out my presidential predictions video. I'll link that below in the description box because that's going to go into a lot of detail. But just generally speaking, Trump being in the 8th pinnacle is the main reason why he ended up winning. And 8 is the number of power and resources. And the fact that he was starting a brand new cycle in this season of power and resources, being that he was having a one personal year this year, that was the icing on the cake. So anyways, but it wasn't just him. Republicans took the Senate and they took the House too. So it was a massive reset for the entire country. If you look at the chart of the United States and Donald Trump, you can see that 2024 is a reset year for both of them. Okay, both having a one personal year this year. And what this reset means basically is starting fresh and starting over again. So there's going to be a lot of changes to come in the US. And one of those changes we saw just within this year is the death of the mainstream media, right? Because the candidate that they were trying to get elected, that person didn't end up winning, right? So that definitely signifies that they don't have as much power as they used to. And we saw all these alternative forms of media like the big podcasters and YouTubers, that they have a lot more power than people realized. But going forward into 2025, both the United States and Donald Trump move into a two personal year. And so this will be the second year of Donald Trump's 8th pinnacle, or 8th season of his life. And it will be the second year of one of the United States' one pinnacles. So they're both having a two personal year. Not only that, but Donald Trump is having a two essence as well. Okay, so the personal year energy is the energy hitting you from the outside, everything coming in from the outside and being thrown at you. Okay, the essence is the way you experience the energy of the year from the inside out. And 2 in numerology is the number of partnership. It's the number of collaborations. It's the number of teamwork, making deals with other people. So, and this was something that I mentioned in my predictions video, that I saw Trump making deals with foreign leaders in 2025. And I saw him in a lot of collaborations with other people. Okay. And that's because, you know, the 2, it's affecting him from the inside and the outside. He's getting hit double time by this collaboration, partnership type of energy. So we're already seeing that, right? We see that that's one of the things that helped get him elected. It was a team. It wasn't just him this time, it was a whole team. Him and people like RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard and Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, and people that normally would not vote for a Republican were endorsing Trump and giving him their support. And this makes a lot of sense because, as you can see, in 2024, Trump was also having a two essence as well. He was feeling that partnership, people coming together and wanting to work with him. He was feeling that from the inside in 2024, in addition to the one energy, which is the energy of leadership too. So we're going to see a continuation of this partnership energy moving forward into 2025, but it will be even more intense in 2025 because not only is he going to be in the two essence, but he's going to be having a two personal year as well. And the United States is going to be having a two personal year also. I've gotten some messages from a few of you who are concerned about Trump being elected because you think he's going to be a threat to democracy. And let me bring you some comfort right now and tell you that that's not going to happen, because this two energy that he moves into in 2025 is a very peaceful energy. And remember, it's double for him. And two is the most peaceful energy out of all of them. It's a very balanced energy, and it's all about partnership and what do I need to get along with other people and to be a team player. So we're going to see a softer side to Trump in 2025. And basically what was done to him while he was trying to get elected, such as trying to throw your political opponent into prison, right? We're not going to see him doing that to the other side. We're not going to see him trying to throw Biden and the others into prison like what was done to him. Okay, we're going to see a softer side to him. I think with this energy, he's going to let bygones be bygones, basically, for the most part. I think he's going to be too focused on working with people in his administration and cutting deals with foreign leaders. This double two energy indicates that he will try to bring peace to parts of the world that are in conflict right now, such as the Middle East. I see him trying to bring peace to the Middle East as well as to the whole Russia-Ukraine conflict, and trying to end these wars, these forever wars that constantly go on that never come to an end, right? Doesn't it seem like the United States has constantly been in war for many, many years and it never comes to an end, no matter who gets put into office? And I'm not a political person, I'm a spiritual person. And even I can tell you that there is no reason for us to constantly be in war with other countries. It's happening because it's making a few large corporations like Boeing and Lockheed Martin and a few corrupt politicians very, very rich. Somebody needs to bring that to an end. And I think with this double two energy, I think that's going to be the focus, a big focus for him next year. And he's brought into a lot of people into his administration that are also focused on peace as well, like Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. They want to put an end to these nonstop wars too. Now, some of you that are concerned about Trump being elected might be thinking that despite the numbers, he's not going to be able to do that because he's been divisive. But if you look back at the last time Trump was in office, there were no wars going on in the world. There were no wars going on in the Middle East or between Russia and Ukraine. So I think the double twos for 2025 is accurate, with him trying to bring peace to parts of the world that are in conflict right now. And the US is very, very divided right now. But I also think that he's going to try to bring peace to the inside of the country. And as you can see, the US is also having a two personal year, which verifies this. And it's having a 6 essence. 6 is a number of healing. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not going to be some conflicts that arise. As I've said before, I do think that there's a possibility of there still being some conflicts between November to January. There could be some conflicts that happen where they're either still trying to prevent and block Trump from being inaugurated in January, or there's some rioting or unrest that happens. That's still a possibility until the inauguration in January. And even throughout his entire presidency, I don't think it will be such an easy road for him, guys. I think he's going to be faced with a lot of challenges. The other side is not going to go quietly into the night. I think there will be a lot of opposition and resistance from them, and they're going to try to block him as much as possible. And remember, Trump is moving into the double 2 energy in 2025, and 2 is a hypersensitive number. It's ruled by the moon. So he's still vulnerable during this time because of this. And there can still be some potential attacks on him where, it's either those political types of attacks or, more assassination attempts. That's possible. But this energy makes him more sensitive and it makes him more vulnerable in 2025. And he's already had a couple of these attacks already. So let's pray for his safety, let's pray for his protection, and let's cloak him in white light. Whether you like Trump or not, we don't want anyone to get hurt, okay? Now, another thing here is that the US is moving into a 6 essence, as I had mentioned before, and 6 is the number of healing. It's also a war number, okay? It's ruled by Venus, which is a very passionate energy, similar to Mars, and it can definitely be an energy in which war happens, right? And so there's the potential for some conflicts to happen between 2025 to 2027 because of this 6 essence. But I think there's going to be a healing that takes place in the country between this time, because 6 is the number of healing and fixing things. And this is the way the United States will be feeling from the inside. From the inside, there will be feelings of passion, that passionate energy, but there will be feelings of healing and rebalancing. In order to heal, you have to purge out what is making you sick, right? So this is going to be a time of massive purging for the United States, where a lot of stuff gets removed and purged out. 6 is also the number of justice. So laws will be more strictly enforced. 6 is ruled by Venus, the planet of the scales. A lot of the corruption and stuff that has been hidden from the country, it's going to come to the surface. And what that means is that a lot of corruption with the US government is going to come to the surface during this time. Who exactly killed JFK? Who exactly killed RFK? Who exactly killed MLK? Who exactly is on Epstein's list? We don't really know the truth about these things. It's been hidden from us. And the truth, a lot of it is going to come to the surface. And no matter what your politics are, you can see that Trump is rogue. He doesn't care so much about what people think about him. He just does what he thinks is right. So if he wants to reveal this information to everybody, he's going to do that. And I think he will. I also think what's going to come to the surface during this time is the truth about humanity's origins. Where exactly do we come from? And are there really extraterrestrials out there, right? I mean, there's like 4 trillion galaxies in the universe, 4 trillion galaxies in the universe, and you're telling me that there's not one planet in one of those 4 trillion galaxies that has life? So the truth about extraterrestrial life, higher dimensional beings, and where humans really come from, that's all going to come to the surface during this time. I think that's going to be part of this healing of the country and rebalancing of not only the country, but the whole entire world. Okay. Now, a lot of the corruption that has been happening with large corporations within the United States is going to be coming to the surface as well. And there's been a lot of corruption with large corporations, okay, such as Big Pharma, okay? And remember, 6 is also physical health too. So we see the physical health of the country going to be improved during this time. Trump has appointed RFK Jr. as the head of health agencies such as the Food and Drug Administration. And he's going to take down some of the big corporations like Big Pharma and the big food companies that have been poisoning the food in the United States, that have been putting chemicals and additives that have been banned in other countries, but they've been putting that into our food and giving people medications that are making them even more sick. We're going to see RFK Jr. exposing the corruption of these large corporations and taking them down. Okay, and this is going to help to restore health to the United States during this sixth essence that it moves into. Okay, that's going to be one of the big focuses, right? Because you can't have a healed country if everybody is damaged on a metabolic level. Now, this can also be a healing of the U.S. economy too. The country is in massive debt right now, and there are a lot of people suffering because of horrible inflation, having trouble paying bills, putting food on the table, finding work, a lot of people suffering. I think this sixth essence will be a healing of that as well, and could bring relief to a lot of people. Now, I do want to give you a heads up that it could get a lot worse before it gets better. And that's because there's a lot of things with the U.S. economy that need to be fixed. A lot of things are messed up right now. The banking system, the debt, everything pretty much except for the stock market is doing badly. So things could get worse before they get better, but eventually this will lead to a healing of the economy. So yeah, with Trump being elected, we're moving into a time in which you're going to see massive changes happening. This is a reset, a whole reset for the entire country, and potentially the world too, because like I said, what happens in the US affects the rest of the world too. So, and some people get scared when they see big changes happening. But for those who are concerned about the future of the country, I see the United States moving into a time of healing. Just looking at those essences, the United States moving into the sixth essence in 2025 for the next few years. So I think that this is a rebalancing and a healing coming for the country, really. If there is a war that breaks out within the country, such as a civil war or war between other countries, I think there's going to be a concerted effort to put an end to it and to bring peace. And it's crazy how there's a lot of similarities between the energies that Trump and the US are currently experiencing with the same personal years. And even in 2027, look, the same sixth essence and 22 personal year. And the last thing I wanted to mention about Donald Trump's chart that I did not mention in previous videos is that his destiny is number 5. And this is the life path number of the United States. The life path number is like your main purpose or the main lesson that you're working on. And so the US's main purpose is freedom and change, as well as communication, okay? Because these are all of the qualities represented by the number 5. And basically what that indicates is that the US was always Donald Trump's destiny. The US is his destiny number, so he was always destined to become the president of this country. And his life path number is a 4. So his main purpose and lesson is to build something that will last, because 4 is the number of building. So we shall see. We shall see in the next 4 years if he is able to do that, if he is able to build something that will last and bring about this healing that we see within the United States chart that's popping up. We will see if that will happen. So we will be watching, and the world will be watching Trump's presidency for sure. So let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are and what you think will happen in the country and with Trump's presidency, regardless of what side you are on. Let me know in the comments below because I want to hear all of it. And if you liked this video, hit the like button and share it with other people because it really helps to get this information out there, and we want to help as many people as we can. And I spend a lot of time on these videos, so thank you guys for all of your support. I love you guys so much. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would love to have you subscribe and to become part of the family. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website, StarsAlignWithCarmen.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.